Why are some scientists linking soy, which surrounds us, to girly men? Well, because the soy that we consume acts like an estrogen in our bodies. 93% of the soy products that we eat today are officially GMO, which is great for food manufacturers because it makes the cheap crop even cheaper. It's not so good, though, for we consumers. These non-fermented, non-organic, genetically modified soybeans, which again account for 93% of the soy that we consume, well, these soybeans, they contain compounds called isoflavones, which act as phytoestrogens, plant estrogens in the human body. Translation: soy is chemically similar to the principal female hormone, estrogen, and has similar effects in the body. And as high estrogen levels in men are almost always a direct route to lower testosterone levels, eating soy, which contains estrogenic compounds, is often blamed for lowering testosterone.
I can ask you a question about Israel, but I'm not going to. I'm jumping to America. And here's my question for America. And you ready for it? Should the draft be restored in America due to all of the tensions in the world? I think it's an important question because I believe it's going to happen anyway. And the problem is when the millennials are drafted and they're told to get up 5 o'clock in the morning at Reveille, and they're sucking their thumb, and they have no iPhone, what are they going to do, cry in their beds and call their mother and say that they need a lawyer because they've been told to get up when they're not feeling well?
We're so pessimistic about our economy. I say, don't be economic girly man.
That was the 2004 RNC when Arnold Schwarzenegger coined the term economic girly man. But is it just me, or right now, in 2017, are there more girly men in our politics and culture than ever?
That their safe space has been violated by the drill sergeant? That they don't feel good that morning? They don't want to go up on the parade ground there? I'm telling you right now, unless we start training people through a draft, a compulsory draft, I don't know how we can ever fight and win a war again. I have no idea. Now, faced off against China, are you joking? Are you kidding me? Other than the very rednecks that the left hates, this country can be overrun in about 3 hours, by the way. Did you hear what I just said? Other than the white people and the black people who are in the military and the Hispanic hard guys who are in the military, this country can be overrun in 3 hours.
By that street! Cross by the street! Get it out now! Pull the string out now! Pull the string out now! Pull the string out now! Pull it out! Pull the string out now! Pull the string out! Right side! And put it up here! Right side!
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed.
Those are the very people that the liberals detest. They hate them. They call them every name under the sun. Even if they're not white, they're called terrible names because they're in the military. And I'm asking a very important question. Should the military be restored in the United States owing to the tensions in the world and the coming war?
Gone are the days of hypermasculinity, where male archetypes and role models were on a perpetual quest defined by corporal daring and monetary conquest, those very traits responsible for so much that is good and right in the world.
So I thought it would be fun to do 10 reasons why you should date a metrosexual man. one. I mean, if you run out of foundation, your metrosexual boyfriend will probably have some you can borrow. Oh, just run out of foundation, so I'm just gonna pop out and get some because you know I can't leave the house without it.
Well, I've got loads.
Really?
I've got medium dark, darker, really, really dark.
There's something not right about that, Ollie.
So we need now to understand that China's threatening us. There are continuously growing threats in the Middle East, in case you haven't noticed. Maybe you have a wig on your mind and you don't really know what's going on. Maybe you're still listening to Mr. Ha-Ha. Maybe it's all ha-ha, ho-ho. Or maybe you still have your hat on backwards watching the idiots in the football game. Do you know what's really going on in the world? Do you know that the radical Islamic movement is getting stronger, not weaker? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. They were finally driven out of the areas of Iraq and Syria thanks to the Russian Air Force.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system.
التنفيذ بالجو التنفيذ بالجو قارع قال اتبع الله
By the
اكبر.
U.S. government, weapons of class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not
الحرب
be
الثاني
harmed.
بالتنفيذ الحرب الثاني بالتنفيذ. الحرب الرابعة بالتنفيذ الحرب الرابعة بالتنفيذ عم جاوز مكان تنفيذ انتبه.
Morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our America. God be with you.
I'm not supposed to say that, but for 8 years, your friend, your hero, Barack Hussein Obama made believe he was fighting ISIS. He was not fighting ISIS. Everybody knows that. It was only when Trump came along.
You bring a horse for me?
Looks like we're shy of one horse.
You brought too many.
Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn.
Now, male feminism is a thing. Male prime ministers with effeminate lisps use the world stage not to discuss war or trade, but to talk about breeding future generations of male feminists.
He is going to be grown up to be a feminist just like Dad. And by the way, we shouldn't be afraid of the word feminist. Men and women should use it to describe themselves anytime they want.
And don't get me wrong, standing up for women is inherently manly, but how did we get to a point in which a man's idea of protesting violent rapes includes donning a miniskirt while in heels?
At the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our newfound.
Men are becoming stay-at-home dads, sending their wives off to work in the morning, and more men are becoming, well, women, full stop, as evidenced in the past 5 years alone, where in the United States, the transgender population has exactly doubled.